Welcome to episode 20 of the TPS podcast, sponsored by Stay Another Day, your go-to mental health awareness apparel. I'm here with artist, rapper, singer. I don't even know what you go by, but Nick Johnson, dude. He does it all. You know, if you don't know him, you should. And if you know him, you love him. And we're fucking here and we're going to have a great time.
It's juice. Yeah. They love to hate. They see me doing it for real, and I'm sorry to tell you this ain't luck. I'm just trying to ball like the Oregon Ducks. But man, fuck it, this podcast sucks.
Hell yeah. I'm good to be here.
Yeah, you want to give yourself an intro? I don't even know how to, because you do it all, bro. So I don't even know.
I mean, yeah, you can just say artist, like, yeah, just artist type shit. Like, that's pretty much what I'm comfortable going as. But like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when I get in my little singing bag, like I want to be called like a singer, but then like the rapper in me is like, nah, but you got, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and then you get on a track and you're like, one time for the time we was broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So yeah, dude, I figured, you know, we got a couple things, a couple little games that we're gonna be playing. Dude, I know we started so fucking late and that's my bad.
No, you're good.
What time do you want to get out of here so I know how to pace everything?
Like if you give me out here by like 12:30, like that's
cool. Perfect. We'll do that. So we have the hate list and the love list, which we'll do together. It'll be like a draft just of things that we hate, things that we love.
Okay, but
that's always fun. And then I had a couple questions for you, and you know that was it. We'll just chop it up. We'll have some fun and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, fuck yeah, bro. So bro. So we've known each other known of each other for like a year-ish, maybe more than that now, because
right.
I used to do like the music recommendation stuff, and you being an artist, you were part of that. So I mean, I guess my first question would be, and I think you kind of already answered it, but you know, you do both rapping and singing. Which do you think is kind of your bread and butter, or do you think you're equally good at both, or you think one really stands out? You think you're gonna take it, you know, somewhere one day? What do you think about that?
I mean, personally, I think I'm just as good at both. Like, to be honest with you, like I think I'm good at both, but like I don't really show off like my rapping as much as my singing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because like I feel like I've been singing like all my life, but like I just started rapping when I was putting out music type shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how I kind of got there, but I really started rapping to make myself get better at writing lyrics type shit. Cause I was, like studying rappers and stuff like that, and just like studying like how they put words together and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, if I can be a good rapper, I know I can be like a good just songwriter in general. So that's kind of how like the approach I kind of took. But I'm trying to like do more of like the rap shit, but like the singing shit just be going, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the little, like when I be doing the singing shit, like people just want me to sing over, you know, acoustic guitars and shit like all the time. So I'm just like, all right, like that's what the people want. But you know, I'm still gonna get my rap shit off though.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. And you do music full time?
Not right now. I'm close. I'm close to doing it full time. I'm hoping this year will be like the year I do it full time. But yeah, still working 9 to 5, unfortunately.
and what is that 9 to 5, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer. So
shit. Okay.
Yeah, so like I went to school for graphic design. Got my degree and everything, but I minored in like music and digital art and shit. So like,
nice.
I was still doing music in school, and shit like that. But I got my degree in graphic design, and then I was working in sports for like a minute.
Yeah.
So like I immediately after I graduated, I moved to Syracuse, and I was working for Syracuse University, and then I moved to Texas, and then started working for the University of North Texas. And then it was after that, because like I was trying to go to like a pro team type shit after that. But like working in sports is just like not the move. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, like your time is like non-existent. Like you have no time for a personal life. You work in sports. And it's just like, it was so time consuming. I had to be at all the games and I had to like do all the shit and stuff like that. And I was just like, yo, this ain't really for me. So that was kind of when I quit my job and moved back home to Raleigh, in North Carolina, and was just like, I must do the music thing and see if I can make something shake. So like, that's kind of how I did that.
Dude, fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, I know what it's like with working in sports. Well, I mean, I don't technically, but a guest that I had on a couple episodes ago was this guy named Wyatt Touche, and he's a sports media producer for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, fire.
And like, I know him in like real life and shit. So it's like, I know, bro, like 12-hour days, dude,
bro,
constantly. Like
that
this guy's like,
ridiculous.
yeah, like if the game, you know, fucking ends at like 4 PM, like this guy's still not getting off until
bro,
like,
yeah, that shit was horrible. And like, I think the thing for me is that I really didn't give a fuck that much. Like, I didn't give a shit. So like, I mean, and I played football in college, but like after I stopped playing, like I just didn't give a shit about none of that shit. Like I just didn't give a fuck. So like we would lose and like the whole staff would be all pressed and everything, and I'd be like, so I'm trying to go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was not like, I did not give a shit. So I think that was the other reason why I decided to like leave too, because I was just like, I don't want to waste nobody's time, because like everybody around me like cares, but like I do not.
Don't exactly.
Yeah, I was like, I do not care. And I'm like, I'm having like 60-hour work weeks, 80-hour work weeks, like. I'm like, man, nah, this is for the birds. So I'm going.
I don't even like this shit that much, bro.
No, bro. I was like, and like, I was good at it. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I was good at what I did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had success, and like, even after I was thinking about leaving UNT, like, I was getting interviews from like pro teams, and I had an interview for like the Bucks and like the Kings and shit like that. So like, I was cool, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. Like, it didn't feel like fun after a while, so I was just like,
and I know what you mean, bro, because I'm a plumber in real life,
for sure.
And so fucking motherfuckers ask me all the time, like, oh, like you do you like plumbing? I'm like, bro, who the fuck likes plumbing? You know what I'm saying? Like I do it because it pays well, you know what I mean? But it's nobody's dream.
No,
you know what I mean? Nobody wants to grow up and say, hey, I want to be a plumber when I get older.
Right.
You know what I mean? But fucking, you know, I just do it because of the money and whatever. You got your own dreams on the side. So, so you specifically, you're sitting at like 40,000 monthly listeners, which is like fucking insane.
Yeah, bro. That's just crazy.
Do you have like, I don't know if it's maybe like a listener thing, but like people ask me sometimes like how many followers do you need to quit your job? And I'm like, it's not really like a followers thing. It's more of like an income from social media threshold that I have to break first. So is there like a certain pedigree that you have set when like I do this, I'm quitting my job and I'm doing the music full time?
Well, I know like talking with my manager and like talking with my lawyer about kind of like just the state of music and like what people are looking for right now. Cause I mean, I signed like my distro deal to
I saw that.
Yeah. Like, so I've been signed since like last summer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, that's been going good. And like, I got some money off of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't enough to like, you know what I'm saying, quit my job. Like it was enough so I like wouldn't worry about shit for a little minute. But like it wasn't enough to quit my job. So like, I know that my manager, my lawyer was telling me that if I can get to like 100,000 monthly listeners, then I can probably go get like a decent like little pub deal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that could probably put me in a good position to like, you know, make a living and stuff like that. But I know like right now, since like my deal with Alamo is about to be up, you know, like I know we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. So that's kind of like the boat that I'm in right now. But I know like everybody wants to talk about like numbers and shit like that. And like the numbers, like it is important, but it's not at the same time. Like I know for me, like I'm more focused on like the impact that I'm making.
There you go.
You know, to people and shit like that, and kind of like what people are saying, like, you know, outside and like, you know, when they go and show people my music and shit like that. Yo, I just saw this dude named Nick and he just da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I care about shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there are a lot of motherfuckers like on TikTok or on social media who got like 100,000 monthly listeners, 300,000, but like ain't nobody really checking for him like that, because a lot of that stuff can be fabricated. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like, you never really know like who's really, you know, making noise or who's really like pushing an envelope right now, because like you can buy followers, you can buy streams, and you can buy like all types of other, you can pay to get posted by whoever the fuck, like, you know what I mean? So like, I try not to give a fuck about shit like that sometimes, even though it does like, even though it does get to me a little bit sometimes, because I feel like every day I'm on like Instagram and there's like a new person, a new, you know, somebody popping out, or like this page is posting that person, but they ain't posting me type shit. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I got to remember that, like, you know, motherfuckers be having money that I don't got, and they pay to do this and pay to do that. And I just, you know, I'm trying to get up the strength. So that's just kind of, you know, how I go.
Yeah, and fucking you're real organic. So you're definitely doing a good job at holding yourself to that. Fucking all your streams are from yourself. I see fucking you get a good amount of views on all of your videos that you be posting on social media and shit. So you're really good at that. I would probably say, you know what, like I don't know. There's a big like comparison thing in this world where people love to like compare. I mean, themselves, of course, but also like other, you know, rappers to rappers, and like people who are like maybe in the same genre, like being like, oh, this guy's, you know, better at rapping than this guy because he's got so many more monthly listeners. So I don't know, and that's not always the case. And I be doing that shit all the time. Like, I'll be comparing myself to other motherfuckers who make videos like I do. And it got to a point, bro, where I was just like, I'm blocking people, bro. I'm not normally the blocking type, bro, but I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, we're completely different people, different journeys and shit. Like quit looking at their shit, you know, thinking like, what are they doing that I'm not? Just do your own thing. And you're hella good at that, which is very uncommon for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, bro, because like it's crazy that you say that, because like I know when I first like started making music and like put myself out there, like people would compare me all the fucking time, like, and that shit got old, because when I first started making music and putting stuff out, and like, and it wasn't really no fault to everybody else. I was just heavily influenced by the people who I really like, you know what I'm saying? So like, like Black and like Drake and like Bryson Tiller and like Frank Ocean, like all them people, like, you know what I mean? But I got tired of people being like, oh, he sound like Black, or he sound like Don Toliver, he sound like, you know what I mean? I was just like, all right, bro, so because I want to sound like me, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it took me like pushing myself and like to stop really, like, I look at to stop listening to my favorite artists. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like, and it took me like just kind of getting influences from other people and like other places that people probably wouldn't expect me to, just to kind of like lock in and try to like hone in on my own sound and stuff like that, because I was like, I don't want to be compared to nobody. Like, I want to do my own thing. Like, I want to make my own little wave. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now I finally feel like I got to the point where people aren't comparing me constantly to like, you know what I mean? I know like maybe like my vocal tone, or maybe like, you know, some of the sonics in my music might be familiar, like to, you know, a certain subgenre of like R&B or hip hop or whatever, which is understandable. But you know, but yeah, now I'm just like, you know, I just sound like me. So
yeah. And it's fun. I think like I can hear any artist and be like, oh, you know, they kind of sound like, you know, this artist, or maybe like they got kind of like this artist flow, but as long as you're not saying like, oh, this song really reminds me of you know what I mean? Like, you want people to say like, oh, this is a Nick Johnson song. You know what I mean? Maybe he sounds a little bit like, you know, Drake in his sad bag or something like that, but for the most part, as long as like they know like this song is yours, like I feel like that's the most important. Now you talked about like some of your favorite artists, or mention them. I like to do on this podcast is I love to talk about Mount Rushmores. I always want to know what people's Mount Rushmores are. So I want to ask you, would you say rap, of course, but your go-to genre, what do you think? R&B? Is that what you would say?
Yeah, I would probably say R&B probably.
Okay, so I want to know your Mount Rushmore of rappers, either just motherfuckers you like to listen to or people you take inspiration from. And then I also want to know your R&B artist Mount Rushmore as well.
All right. So just like artists in general, my Mount Rushmore would probably be like Frank Ocean.
Okay.
SZA.
Bang.
Shit. I would say, yeah. So Frank Ocean, SZA, Smino, and J. Cole. Those are like my top. Yeah, those are like my top that like really kind of like feed my inspiration. And like every time they put out something, I'm always like, okay, now I gotta go do something too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Those are people who really just kind of always keep me inspired. But as far as like R&B artists, I would say Frank Ocean, SZA still up there.
Yeah.
I would say, well, I don't know if I can put him as R&B. He's more like alternative, but I would say Omar Apollo.
I would say that's R&B.
I feel like he's hella slept on. And he's definitely inspired me like hella like over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And then I would say probably Chris Brown. I would put up there too. Yeah, nice, I'll probably put Chris Brown up there too. So like that would be like my R&B route for right now.
Dude, fuck yeah, bro. You know, I was listening to a song the other day for the first time. Like, you know, you said people like to compare you or used to sometimes to other artists. There was a song that I heard the other day. It was called Superpowers by Daniel Caesar. Mm-hmm. And I heard it and I was like, whoa, this sounds like Nick.
Oh,
yeah. So fucking, dude, yeah. You're like, I hate when people compare me. Yeah, fucking, I'm comparing Daniel Caesar to you, bro.
I'm weak.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty fucking sick.
That's fire.
Do you listen to Brent Faiyaz at all?
Yeah, no, I love Brent Faiyaz. It's funny because my older brother met him in LA at a club one time.
Okay.
Yeah, like on some random shit. He was with some girl who knew him, and yeah, he met him in LA one time.
Damn.
But, and because I'm actually like my family is from Virginia. Okay. And you know, I was born in Virginia and stuff like that, even though I was, you know, raised in North Carolina. But like, so it's cool, like him being from Virginia and shit like that. So I hope I get to, you know, meet him and link
yeah.
him, so.
Dude, that's fucking sick. Actually, the next question I was gonna ask you was, do you have any like, I guess you know, famous people you want to meet, but more importantly, like any GOAT collabs that you got on your bucket list?
Yeah, I definitely need that J. Cole collab. Like,
that'd be crazy, like, bro.
I got to do it for North Carolina. Like, I need that J. Cole collab. I definitely want to work with Smino. Like, Smino's definitely a top collab for me. SZA too. Like, I know like everybody want to work with Frank Ocean, but he's super hella hard to like get a hold of. So like, but I'm gonna still put that.
Yeah. There you go.
I was
there you go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I was still put that up there. And then you know, definitely like Omar Apollo, like I said, like I definitely want to work with him, and definitely like a lot of producers like Timbaland. Like Timbaland's one of my favorite producers. Like, I definitely want to work with Timbaland. Like that would be fire. And yeah, I got like a whole list like on my phone, like of just people who like
for sure
I want to work with. So like I'm just kind of checking them off as I go, like, you know what I mean? So but those are like really top people for real.
I don't even make music, bro, but I have a list in my phone. I've always said if I ever got like dumb rich one day, right, I would pay somebody to like show me how to make beats. And then I would just buy features from like all of my favorite artists and put it on my own album. But it's like, I know
that's actually fire. That's actually fire. I was some DJ Khaled shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm going for. And then you can throw like your fucking favorite artists on there. Like imagine you with like some fucking hard ass like Bay Area rapper like on the same track that you would never even think of before.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's some shit that I would want, bro. But yeah, I'll put you on that list for when I'm rich and shit.
Right, yeah, I'm about to say, keep me in mind for that.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, that's basically all the important questions I want. I mean, I had a few more, but I want to make sure that we can get to the games before we have to cut it, because normally the games take fucking way longer than you think. I know. Yeah, I know. Like, fucking when I text you, I'm like, oh yeah, just this, and this. Like, that's all you're gonna need. But bro, fucking, there be some times where I'll like leave 30 minutes of the podcast open to play the games, bro, and we'll end up going for like an hour. So
I'm weak. That's one. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I wanna make sure you do that. So, but when I like started this podcast, bro, I knew that I wanted to one of the segments to be like the hate list, because I'm so good at coming up with shit that I hate, and it sounds so negative, bro, because there's like, I love so much stuff about my life, but I was like, bro, I've always had a list in my phone that I'm constantly adding to of just random shit that I fucking hate. So
yeah,
I'm like, that'd be perfect for a segment. And then I had this one influencer on, and he asked like, yo, like, instead of the hate list, can we do like a love list, like a list of shit that we love? And I'm like, that's pretty sick. So ever since then, we've kind of been doing both, and that's kind of like the staple games that I like to play, because it ends up being like kind of fun, because a lot of people will come and just do simple shit like, oh, I love God, family, friends, shit like that, and some people will come in like real crazy and be like, oh bruh, I love on like on a Sunday morning, like fresh cigarette outdoors, and you're like, whoa, all right, bro, fresh fucking like, joint first thing in the morning. Yeah. Like, all right, bro, aren't you like 19? Like, Jesus. No, but yeah, that's basically it. So I got a couple of things, and we'll play it. I'll do like an intro for it, and then we'll play it kind of like draft style, and we'll just bounce back and forth.
All right.
And just whatever. All right. I'm here with Nick Johnson, and this is a draft of shit that we hate. Cool. Also, I didn't even ask, bro. Do you go by Nick Johnson, or you just go by Nick?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that. So like, I did recently just like change my name. Like, so I recently just changed my name to Nick Johnson, and that was gonna be like, I have like this whole like kind of rollout for it or whatever, because like my next release would be like under Nick Johnson, and I'll like tell everybody like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. But like, so yeah, like, so because it was just like Nick or whatever, but I kept running to people like having a hard time like finding my shit, like, you know what I mean, because of the exclamation point. And like my dad works in IT, and he was like, yo, like, he kept telling me like for like almost 2 years, he was like, I think you should just change your name, because it's hard for SEO on Google and shit when you like search your name, da 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 da. And I was like, whatever. But like, he was kind of right. So I ain't gonna hold you. He was right. But
yeah, bro. Hey, straight up, like, I follow every time I have somebody on the podcast, I always follow them on my podcast account. Yeah. And I tried looking you up on TikTok, and I just !C and could not find you.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm getting mad. People be like, oh, like it's hard to find you on this or hard to find you on that, and I'm like, all right, I'm just make it easy. So like, and plus, like, I'm, you know, I think with this new batch of music that I'm coming out with, like, I feel like I'm stepping into like a more trying to like own who I am as a person type shit. So like, you know, just kind of like put my whole name out there and just be like, yo, this is, you know.
And you're getting rid of the exclamation point, or you're keeping it?
Yeah, no, I'm getting rid of that shit. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it.
Damn. Holy shit. Full rebrand. That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro. I mean, fucking Nick Johnson's going to be a lot easier to find, I think. And, you know, bro, fucking, like, could you imagine, like, you're being sketch, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People trying to find you on Google, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because, like, I thought I was being, like, clever at first, because I was like, well, Drake just go by Drake, so I'm just go by fucking Nick. I was like, fucking stupid ass. Like, I don't know why my dumb ass said that shit, but but yeah, bro. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to be clever, trying to be, you know what I mean? But that was like in 2020 when I first started, you know, putting shit out. So like, you know, now I'm like in a different space. So I'm like, yeah, nah, let's just be Nick Johnson. That's your name. That's what your mom named you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's fire. Yeah, dude. And fucking, I mean, I don't think I have as many followers as you do, but like, it's still, like, me personally, bro, I feel like my name's pretty specific. I got a first and last name, Jordan Wonder. But when you look it up on Google, bro, like, I don't know if you know, but one of the 7 wonders of the world is in a country called Jordan.
Oh,
so whenever you search Jordan Wonder, it's just hella ancient buildings, 7 wonders of the world. I'm like, bro, give me a little credit. Show them one video. But whatever, bro. I guess everybody's got that problem. Anyways, you wanna start with the hate list, or you want to start with the love list?
I'll start with the hate list because my hate list is more specific. So
okay, fire.
Yeah, my love list is a little bit more like basic bitch kind of like love list, but
okay,
but
cool.
Yeah, my hate list, my hate list guy,
All right, you want to start? You want me to start?
You can start because I'm pulling on my list. I had to write it down.
Okay, cool. So my first one, and this is so specific. Like I like sometimes when I write shit down, I'll like spit it to my girlfriend so that maybe she could be like, oh yeah, like I hate that one too. But I wrote this one down and she didn't fucking get it at all. So I might be the only one who hates this shit. But are you ever like be like chewing like either food or like a piece of gum or something, and like your molars like hit together in a certain way where it like grinds like a little like that? It's like, and it's like, okay. And it's like nails on a chalkboard in your fucking mouth, dude.
I know you're talking about that. Usually happens when I chew gum. Like if I'm chewing that shit, like it goes like in the back, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I hate that shit.
My God. Yeah. That's my first one. I fucking hate the fuck out of that, bro.
I put, so like, okay, you ever been at like a restaurant or whatever and you order like something with cheese on it? I hate when people put cold cheese on my hot food. That shit pisses me off so much. I'm like, bro, just take the extra 2 minutes to melt the cheese. I don't want to be eating shards of cheese in my hot ass food. Like, don't piss me off. So like,
bro,
that pisses me off. So
fuck yeah, bro. I did that the other night, dude. I made burgers and I was so hungry and so excited for him, bro, and didn't realize until the end that I forgot to put cheese on him. So I was like, fuck it, cold cheese tonight. You know what I mean? Ruined it. Couldn't even fucking finish. Couldn't even fucking finish, bro. I hate that shit, bro. My next one is gonna be so hard to explain. Well, I have a picture, and hopefully you could see it, but there's a certain shoe that I've been seeing a lot of girls wearing lately, and I know they think they're doing something, right? Because it's always like this tiniest girls, and they're wearing like leggings and like a tight t-shirt, and then they got these shoes on. You ever seen those before?
What the fuck are those, like Uggs or like
they're like big ass furry ass boots?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I have seen those. I've seen them.
Bro.
I've seen them shits.
Bro, I hate that shit. Every time I see one, bro, I always say to myself, like, that's ugly. That's ugly.
Nah,
bro.
Yeah, it's not. It don't really hit. It don't really.
Fuck yeah.
All right. I'm not going to. I said just in general going to the airport. Because for some reason I feel like society has just decided to everybody just have their worst day at the fucking airport. I don't know why, but it just seems like everybody just is like the worst version of themselves at the fucking airport. And it's like,
bro.
It's the worst. I don't understand.
You got to wake up early, right? Yeah. Fucking nobody likes being on an airplane. Food sucks. No options. Can't bring water with you. Everyone's dehydrated. Like, all right, bro.
Right, yeah. And people just act so like, you know what I mean? Just irate sometimes at the airport. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to. I'm like, everybody's energy is all on me and shit. I'm like,
yeah, bro, dude. Yeah, I hate that shit. Some I hear a lot, and maybe and maybe it will, make me not hate this as much anymore. But I hear in so many songs, like I guess mostly country songs and pop songs and shit, but people are always talking about bottle rockets. And I have no fucking idea what a bottle rocket is, bro. But motherfuckers like, oh, our love is like a bottle rocket. Like, bro,
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know what that shit is either. Bro, and I've heard it in mad like rap songs and shit. Like, I didn't know I thought it was a gun for like I thought it was a fucking gun. He was talking about, I'm in the club with a bottle rocket. I'm like, okay, I thought it was a fucking gun. But I have no idea. I honestly have no idea.
I have no fucking idea, bro, and it makes me so mad every time I hear one, dude. It's like, why does everybody like these so much?
Yeah, I don't know that, and it's crazy because I've never looked it up. I was just like,
Yep.
I don't know what that
Me
is.
either. Neither. And I'm happy just sitting the rest of my life hating it, bro.
Nah, facts. Facts. Because I'm like, it's cool being out of the loop. I'm just like,
there you go. There you go.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I said this should have been like my top one, but like I hate just like mean ass people, like people who make being like an asshole a part of their like personality. And shit.
Bro.
I cannot stand like just a mean bitch or just a mean motherfucker. Like I cannot stand that because I'm just like, bro, you have no reason to be an asshole. Why are you being this way? But like,
and some people think it like fucking makes them look mysterious and
bro, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, like it just makes them edgy or some shit like that. That they're just like an asshole or like they just tell it like it is or whatever the fuck. And I'm just kind of like, nah, you're an asshole, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's like my number one like pet peeve, like people who are just like rude and shit, or when I see people like be mean to like service workers or people who do like essential work type shit, like people who are rude to like, you know, servers at a restaurant or like receptionists or like anybody like that. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
dude, exactly. Yeah,
I'm like,
those fucking people, hell with them, bro.
Bro, literally, literally, bro. I'm like,
all right. So next thing for shit that I hate, and I should have no reason to hate it, bro, but I hate wind. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know where, I mean, I just don't know where it comes from or how it works. You know what I mean? And I'm sure somebody will give me some super scientific reason for how wind works, but it's like it won't make sense.
Yo, that's actually funny because I have no idea how wind happens.
You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea how wind occurs. Like
you could like, you know what I mean?
No,
and like clearly we know.
Blowing the air.
Yeah, but like when fucking your hat flies off from like wind and shit, and like where's that coming? Who's blowing that?
I have no idea. I never thought about it until you just said it. I'm like, I have no idea where that shit comes from.
Yeah, wind hater train right here, bro. Wind hater train.
I'm like, where the fuck does wind come? God just blowing his breath on everybody? Like, I'm just
yeah, bro. Yeah.
This is also a big one for me. I fucking hate spiders. Out like my entire life, I fucking hate spiders. Spiders can go to hell. I don't know why they exist. I don't know why they roam the earth, but I wish they would all be extinct,
dude.
So yeah,
no reason for them to be here.
No reason, bro. There's no reason for any spider.
Like if we just extinguished all of them.
No, for real. I don't see how people in Australia just like bop along and act like shit is normal when they got like deadly creatures just walk around neighborhoods and shit. I'm not going to Australia. If I ever have to tour and somebody says, yeah, you gotta go to Australia, I'm gonna say no. That's
dude, I love that, bro. And I'm fully on the train, bro, because it's like bees and shit. Like some people hate bees, but like they're like, oh, we need them. They gotta pollinate plants and shit. Sure. So what do spiders do?
I don't know. I don't know what purpose they serve. They don't serve a single purpose. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not even fucking. It's all bullshit to me at the end of the day. It's all fucking bullshit. So I guess my last thing for things that I hate, I guess, is just, people on social media, sometimes you know what it's like, bro. Or maybe you do, maybe you don't, but like we get hate comments sometimes.
Facts,
right?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's fine. Hate comments have never bothered me. Like that's not my issue. Like I'm fucking cool. Like I don't know you. You know what I mean? Like fucking why do I give a fuck about what you got to say? But what I do hate is when somebody leaves a hate comment and I snap back at them, eating their ass up, and then they don't answer again. And then they just
hate that shit too.
Yeah, like you want to say one thing and then not be here for the full fight?
No, facts. Cause it's funny is that like recently like somebody has said something on TikTok to me about like how I be talking to people on TikTok.
Yeah.
and like I tried not to be like sassy as fuck, like, you know what I mean? Because I want people to like feel like they can talk to me, but some people on the internet, and I'm sure like people are just so fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
People are just like, I didn't know how bad it was until like I started getting a following and like random people just start commenting on my shit. I'm like, bro, people are not that bright. Like it's kind of annoying. And then like you said, you got the people who kind of come out of nowhere and say like the most random kind of hating ass shit like out of nowhere, and then I respond back, and then they don't say shit, and I'm like, well, what? I'm like, well, that didn't really amount to that didn't really amount to much.
Exactly,
so
bro.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm trying to get better at that and just like ignoring people, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get better, but sometimes I'm just like,
yeah,
you know what
dog.
I mean?
I fucking my worst one ever is I got a comment one time last Christmas. I mean, so blessed to be able to do this. Last Christmas, I partnered with Deckers, which is the company that owns UGG. And I partnered with them, and we gave like 20 something pairs of Uggs to an entire school of teen moms, right?
Oh shit, that's fire.
Yeah, I thought it was so much fun. I was like, who the fuck can hate on this? I've never gotten so many hate comments in my life because everybody's like, oh, you know, they made the mistake, like they don't deserve none of that, like bullshit, whatever. But like that's not even the point, right? And what the point was is I got a comment from one lady, which, you know, I don't normally respond to comments, but when I do, right, it's fucking only when I got some really good shit to say. And some lady, I pulled it up right here so I can fucking read it to you. Right. Some lady said, those girls are losers, don't need to be rewarded for shitty choices. Whoa, right?
Whoa. And, whoa.
And I'm not really the type to flex, right? Because I didn't really do anything, right? All the shoes came from Uggs. It's not like I paid for them. But I was like, yo, next time you're giving away $3,000 worth of shoes, let me know who you want to decide to give them to. Right. And they said a whole fucking paragraph responding to that, but basically they said, stop trying to act like a big man. That's a small donation. You'll probably get back on your taxes anyways. Right. Whatever. All I responded with was, my bad. How big was your donation?
Right. Yeah. What the
right? You know what I mean? And then they want to come back to me again, and they're like, oh, you know, fucking, it doesn't matter. You wrote it off on your taxes, bullshit, whatever. First of all, if you write something off on your taxes, it doesn't make it fucking free.
Right. I was about to say, I was like, what?
You know what
I mean? Taxes got to do with anything? I'm confused.
And also, if you're not donating, who the fuck are you to tell me who I'm donating my
tax? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But, people are just like, it's really mind-boggling to me because there be people who will go out of their way just to say some like negative and some hating ass shit to a stranger. Yeah, and sometimes I try to put myself in the mindset of like, okay, if I'm just like scrolling on my shit, I'm scrolling, I see something that I don't really like. But even me as a person, like, even if it's something I don't like or don't agree with, I'm not about to go and be like, yo, you a piece of shit, yo, you da 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like,
I don't have time, bro.
Right, I don't have time for that. And plus, like, at the end of the day, it's still a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I do know that, like, especially on TikTok and shit like that, like, people just see you on your phone and think you just like some pixels on their fucking screen. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't really like attribute you to like being a real person and having like fucking feelings and shit like that. And a part of me gets it, but another part of me is like, nah, that's not normal. Like, that's not normal behavior. Like, you need some help because you're fucking miserable.
And some people just be commenting like funny ass shit, like hoping that their comment goes viral.
No,
like,
literally,
you know what I mean? So it's like they're not even like really hating on me. They're just trying to get the funniest comment in the comment section.
Facts. And stuff like that. Like, I'm not even bothered by shit like that. Like, because sometimes the shit do be funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people on TikTok say I look like so-and-so or whatever the fuck, like, that should be funny sometimes. But then it's like stuff that like where people, you know, be on some hating ass shit or like they accuse me of doing something or not doing something. I'm like, all right, now you getting a little out of pocket. Go ahead and put it back in the pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you need to relax. But yeah, that hate comments, I'm just like,
exactly, bro.
Yeah. Because I know it's only gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got like 50 something K on TikTok. I almost got like 20K on Instagram. Like, that's not really shit compared to what these other people, like some other like artists and shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
They got. So I can only imagine what
how many they're getting,
what their comments looking like. You know what I'm saying? So I know out to my manager, I was like, yo, after a certain point, I'm not touching this shit no more. I'm gonna give me a Finsta. You can take over, like you or somebody else can take over my like official accounts. I'm giving me a little offensive, little fake TikTok, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying, be on the, I don't want to.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
You know, I don't want to deal with that shit.
All right, go ahead with your last hate.
Oh, okay. So my last hate, it might be I mean, it ain't no okay. It's definitely not no hot take, but it's definitely something specific that I noticed. So like, okay, obviously I'm from North Carolina. I'm from the South, right?
Yeah.
So any non-black person who says the N-word, they would get dealt with. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get checked. But when I moved out to the West Coast, that was a whole fucking different story, dog. I was like, yo, I was like, so that is like, I hate that shit with a burning passion, is because like there's so many non-black people out here saying the N-word and shit. And like, they always have an excuse for like, why?
Bro.
You're like, bro. I grew up with this motherfucker. Like, nah, I'm and I'm just kind of like, but you're not black. So like, that should be the end of the conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that. So moving out West, that was like one of the biggest kind of culture shocks to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I moved out here, everybody just kind of like getting that shit off. And I'm like, whoa. But like, I can't really say shit because it'd be like, it's gonna be like 1v15 if I say shit. And I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. Like,
bro.
You know what I mean? I might be bothered by it, but I'm also not an idiot. So like, I'm not going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessarily fair when people assume that like I'm cool with it, or that any black person would be cool with it just because you got some black homies who not gonna say nothing to you about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that's 100%. Not really fair because you don't know me, you don't know where I'm from. Relax, like, you know what I'm saying?
And I definitely like, I mean, I live on the West Coast, so like I knew plenty of guys who fucking look just like me, who are saying it and shit. And I think it's I knew that. I feel like that paints a bad picture, like I'm around so many of these bad people. But all of my friends, every single one of my friends in high school were black, so I think I was just kind of in that you know area where it was happening. But you know, I think that white people think that like, oh, like I could say it around my homies. That's cool. That means it's cool if I say it, where it's like, if you want to say it like around your black homies and they're cool with it, like, okay, that's you, but that doesn't mean every black person is going to be cool with it.
Right. That'd be
so like, if you want to say it around your homies, that's fine, but don't say it not around your homies then.
That'd be my thing. Cause like, I've seen so many like non-black people just like get that shit off and just be like, oh, it's whatever. And I'm like, well, it's not just whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's not. There's actually this, I don't know his name, and I don't even want to say it because fuck that dude. But like, it's like this white rapper who's kind of like he's like kind of going off right now, but he like says the N-word in his songs and shit. Like,
oh, is it like, what's his name, Rugrat?
No, not him.
Okay,
I fuck with him. No, not him. It's
I don't want to throw him under the bus like he says it.
Yeah, no. It's not Rugrat. No.
Okay. It's not Rugrat. You said white boy popping off. I was like,
yeah, no. It's not Rugrat. No, he's hard. He's hard. Okay. But it's another dude. I actually forgot his name. I just know what he looked like. It's like this big white dude or whatever. But like, but yeah, like he was getting that shit off, and he kept making these Instagram posts being like, oh no, like I can say it and I can do this and da-da-da-da-da, and like at the end of the day, I'm real and I'm da-da-da, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, what reality are you living in to where you think that shit is okay? Like, you know what I mean? So it's stuff like that I'm just like, you know, because I'm from North Carolina, like people get their shit split, like playing like that, like, you know what I mean? But you know, the West Coast is different vibes out here. It's different vibes.
Different, yeah. I guess so, bro.
Yeah, bro. Different vibes, big dog.
Oh, that was fucking good. I like that a lot. We got like 10 minutes. I think we should run through the love list and then fucking we'll be out of here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fire, bro. You want to start? You want me to start? Actually, let me do an intro real quick.
All right.
I'm here with Nick Johnson, and this is shit that we love. All right, cool. Go ahead. You want to start? You want me to start? Sorry.
All right, yeah, I'll start because I mean, I got like some basic ass ones. So like, I know my top two are like God and my family and my friends. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So those are like my top two. But I got some other like specific ones.
Okay. I like that. That's good. Fucking I guess, you know, I'm probably didn't go the same route, but my first one is I really like when I see like super normal cars that are like, you know, weirdly like exotic Lamborghini colors. You know what I mean? You just see like a Ford Escape that's like neon pink with like the biggest rims you've ever seen in your life. And you're like, why did you do that? But I love it.
I see a lot of that actually like out here. Like since I moved out west, like I seen shit like that like a lot out here.
Dude,
so,
yeah,
like,
and I don't even know why why people even would want to do that, but
I have no idea.
It's exciting for me to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I have no idea why people do that shit. So my next one is anime because I'm a big like anime head. So just like anime in general, whatever. That's always been my shit. So yeah, that's definitely at the top of my list.
I have never watched like a true anime. I watched Scavenger's Reign, which is like an American TV show, but it's anime like style. Like it looks like an anime. It's the same kind of cinematography as an anime, but it's not. But that's kind of the closest I ever got to it. And I've just never given it a chance. But I do think I would like it because I fucking love Scavenger's Reign. Like it was sick.
Sure. Is that on Netflix?
It's on, it is on Netflix.
I think I've seen that. that. Yeah, I low-key want to get into that because I think I've seen like the trailer for it.
Dude, you should. And it got canceled, so I don't think they're doing any more seasons. But yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, bro. Like anime is my shit. Like if you need some recommendations, I got you. So dude, like especially from you know starting out or whatever, I got you on some recommendations. But like that's been my shit. It's definitely been like one of the things that inspired me, like with music, just in general. Like, I mean, I just put out a song called Trunks, like from Dragon Ball Z. So like, you know what I mean? So I always like make little anime references sometimes in like my songs and shit like that. So like, I think it's dope.
Okay. Fuck yeah, dude. I love that. Now I actually had one that was TV related too. I guess will be my next one. So wait, you said God and Family were your first two, so that was your third one?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me spit two real quick so that we're on the same playing field. First one, being 21. I love being 21. I'm not saying I smoke or drink, but I just love being able to. You know what I mean? I just love the ability to be able to walk into a bar or walk into a dispensary. Again, not saying I do, but just being that I could, you know what I mean? That's the first thing I love. And then also my one that's TV related, and this probably will sound like the most white person shit you've ever heard in your life, but my little sneaker, bro, I love Glee, dude.
Glee? Oh shit. Okay.
And I'm not even really into musicals like that, bro. But yeah, that's just a little sneaker. I've seen every single season of Glee. I'm slowly making my way through my fourth time of watching the entire series of it.
You know, that's crazy because like I do the same shit with like The Office and Friends.
Yeah, Modern Family. I do
Modern Family. Like I got all them shits in my rotation. Like whenever I'm just like doing some shit or whatever, just like around the house or whatever.
It's a show that I don't have to pay attention to.
Yeah, no, facts. Because I've seen it. I've seen it like a million times already.
Exactly.
Like, especially like Friends. Like Friends is like probably one of my favorite shows. So like, yeah, I got that shit on like all the time. So
yeah, dude, 100%.
Nah, for sure. So like my next on my love list is fucking chicken tenders. I'm a slut for chicken tenders. I am a whore for chicken tenders, dog. It is any day, any time of the day, anytime, I don't care what day it is.
Bro,
I'm a dog it.
Bro, yes, I love that, bro. What a great pull. What a great fucking pull, dude. So my second to last one is I love Apple Maps.
Apple Maps. Okay,
Apple Maps, bro.
word.
And
I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna second that one.
Yeah, bro. Because I am the worst, bro. I am the worst at directions.
Yeah, same,
you know what I mean?
Same.
Like, I know how to get from, point A to point B for a lot of shit. Like my crib, the grocery store, my mom's crib, like everything that's in like a few cities radius of me, I know how to get to.
Yeah,
but like, God forbid you drop me in like one spot that like I know how to get to my house, but I don't know how to get to my mom's house, because then I'll have to go from there to my house, then to my mom's house, just so I know where I'm at.
Right.
Like I'm the worst with directions, bro.
I'm the exact same way, bro. If it's not within like a 5 to 10 mile radius, I'm not gonna know where I'm going.
Yeah,
and,
bro.
It's crazy because like you would think I would know, because after living in places for like over a year, and like over but like I'm like, nah, I need a GPS.
Yes, dude, every single time, bro. I'll be on like a job site for work that's like 45 minutes away from my house, right? And I'll be on that same job for like 3 years, and I will still use Apple Maps every single day to get there and home.
Bro, literally
every single day, bro, because I'll forget, bro.
Literally, yeah, no, I'm not good at knowing roads and highways and shit. I thought that was something like when I was growing up, I thought that was something that you would just like know getting older, because my dad just like knows shit, bro. Like, oh yeah, get on fucking I-95 and hit exit 7 or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, I still don't know with that,
bro. I live in the Bay Area, bro. I bet you both my parents could get from here to LA, dude, for like off memory, and I don't even know how the fuck that's possible. I don't know. Know what I mean?
I have no clue.
But yeah, that's fucking another thing I absolutely love, because I die without it.
Nah, yeah, hell yeah. My last thing is kind of also like basic or whatever, but just like it is something that like I love, like it's just music or whatever, just being able to make music and be able to listen to music. I think that's definitely been like one of the highlights of my entire life, because I've always known that I've wanted to make music and shit like that, but I was just being a bitch about it when I was younger and shit. So but yeah, and just like listen to music and listen to new artists, because like I know like people probably don't expect me to like all types of music, but I really do love
even country.
Like, you said what?
Even country?
Okay, that's like the one that like I'm, you know what I mean? But I will say there are a couple country records that I will bop along to, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna hold you. There are a couple country records I'll bop along to, but but yeah, because I know like growing up, like my parents didn't allow me and my older brother to listen to like rap and like R&B and shit.
Okay,
like,
that's interesting.
Because so both of my parents are like pastors, right?
Okay.
So like growing up, it was a strict household.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like they was not playing none of that shit in the house. So I had to listen to what was on TV or like what was on the radio. Like, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time it was like pop music or rock music or shit or like alternative, like shit like that. So like I really got in like my bag like with stuff like that when I was like in middle school. So I was big on like Fall Out Boy and like Paramore, Green Day, and like shit like that. Fucking Vampire Weekend and shit like that. Like, right? No, I'm in it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have suspected that at all.
Yeah, bro, that's my whole bag, bro. I love that shit.
Dude, that's so fire. Actually, you know what's funny? You're not the first like pastor's kid that I've ever had on this podcast before. Yeah, I had a I still have a social media homie who his dad is a pastor, and we filmed the podcast one time like 2.5 hours long, and I had to delete the entire thing, bro, because I was just talking not crazy, you know what I mean, but I was just talking about like too much shit that like being that he was a pastor's kid, he didn't want to be seen in that light, you know what I mean? Because I'm not really like, I don't really care about like fucking cussing or talking about shit that like a lot of real careful people wouldn't talk about, because that's just my opinion. I know I'm a good person, whatever.
For sure.
But I was fucking, I was just talking about too much shit. Like I could tell that I was making him uncomfortable.
Shit. Okay.
Like he just didn't want, not like fucking, I was like being mean to him or nothing, but just like he didn't want to be like he didn't want to comment on shit that he was saying because he didn't want to say the wrong thing. So we had to scrap that entire episode. But
like, I mean, my parents weren't like, well, they were definitely like heavy in the church. Like they were always like ministers and stuff like that. But like they didn't become like pastors until like, what was that like? It was like 2018. Okay. Like right when I graduated college. Like that's when they became like full-time like pastors or whatever. But like my parents are they're cool people. Like they've definitely grown like even as people like since I've been younger or whatever. So they're definitely not like the judgmental kind of like super like regime heavy like kind of pastors or like people like that who are because there's some people like that, but like they're definitely not those kind of people. So like and plus I'm grown and shit, so like
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like hey,
you know what I mean? Yeah, I got you. And plus I'm like fucking an adult, so
I'm almost 30, so like I'm
I guess for my last one, and it's funny that you say like, oh yeah, I'm grown and shit, whatever. My last love for my love list is being able to do shit that I couldn't do when I lived at my parents' crib.
Oh,
and it's like the small shit, you know what I mean? Like I at my mom's house, bro, couldn't put wine glasses in the sink, right? Because fucking she didn't want them to break. I had wine the other night, bro, right in the sink,
right
dude.
in the fucking
you know what I mean? Like I don't my apartment complex doesn't have a recycling bin.
Oh,
so fucking I just throw all my shit in the trash instead of having to walk each and every piece of bottle out to the recycling bin like I had to do at my mom's crib, bro. Just fuck recycling, dude.
No,
you know what I mean? I own this joint. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Fuck recycling.
You know what I mean?
No, like, I love that shit. I'm gonna second that too, because like when I first started living on my own, like it was like my last couple of years of college, because like, I moved off campus and moved into an apartment by myself or whatever, and I quickly realized I was like, yo, don't nobody gotta tell me to do shit around here, dog. Dude. I was like, if I want to stay up till like 3:00 and fuck
TV
off,
loud,
like,
TV loud in the living room.
Like, I'm gonna do that shit. Like if I want to wake up and eat pizza for breakfast, like I'm gonna do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, being grown, like, and just doing whatever you want, that shit cooks.
Yes,
that shit cooks.
Love that, bro. Love that, bro. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
All right. Did I start or did you start?
I don't remember. I'm not
okay. Well, that was my last one, unless you had any more.
I think I said my last one. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I said my last one. Yeah.
Okay, fucking dude, hell cool. All right. Yeah, fucking I know we're a couple minutes over. Just real quick, I like to, both parties give a music recommendation, normally like your favorite song of the week, just to give the listeners something to listen to after this episode is over. So your recommendation of the week, and then I'll give you mine.
I've been listening to Cut Up by Sailor, like heavy as hell. Sailor is super fire. I think she's dope as fuck. Like she hasn't really missed ever since she's started dropping shit or whatever. I know her new album about to be fire, but I've been listening to that Cut Up song like heavy as fuck. So yeah, dude, Cut Up by Sailor,
bro. I like that, bro. And for mine, you said you were a big Paramore fan, Green Day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do I Didn't Used To by the Rex.
Ooh, okay.
You never heard the song? I think just dropped like a few weeks ago. Bro, so good, especially if you're into that like fucking early 2000s fucking rock band pop type shit, bro. Shit. Yeah, so
I'm gonna write that shit down. Actually,
yeah, You Didn't Used To by the Rex for sure. Okay. And then yeah, bro, that's it. Let me do a quick outro, and then I'll give you like a genuine goodbye real quick.
For sure, yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching episode 20 of the TPS podcast, sponsored by Stay Another Day, your go-to mental health awareness apparel. 20 episodes. So fucking exciting. So happy that we got to be here with Nick Johnson for this episode. Is there any social medias that you want to plug, or any new music you got coming out soon that you want to tell the people about?
Yeah, for sure. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at NickNokay _NICNOKAY _. my Instagram handle and shit ain't gonna change, just my name. but like I said, like I definitely got some stuff I'm working on. I'm kind of stacking up music right now. Figuring out what I'm about to release next. But I just did a show a couple of weekends ago, open for Westside Boogie out here in Glendale, Arizona.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, bro, that shit was hype. That shit was hype. But like right now I'm kind of like taking a little break because I was going hella hard for like 5-6 years without taking no break. So yeah, I'm about to take a break. I'm about to take a little vacation. And shit. And then after my vacation, I'm gonna go super, super hard and come back with a new rollout and stuff like that for, changing my name and, all this new music and shit. So yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, there you go, bro. And new EP, Text Me When You Get Home.
New EP that came out, Text Me When You Get Home. Yeah, go peep that shit if you haven't peeped that shit. So
fuck yeah, bro. All right, well, I appreciate you doing this. It was a fucking great time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
All right, bro, I'll catch you.
All right, dog.
It's juice. Yeah. They love to hate, they see me doing it for real, and I'm sorry to tell you this ain't luck. I'm just trying to ball like the Oregon Ducks. But man, fuck it, this podcast sucks.